Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition with my cursor. Yes, I noticed it wasn't as noticeable in this because I don't do that much pointing with it with my cursor in this, but I noticed in Banished that my cursor wasn't being recorded. And I checked my settings for my recording software. Apparently, well, actually, I should get back to the whole table. It doesn't record your cursor. So now I have my cursor, and I'm recording with it. Yay! So that means I can point at things. Although, there's not much to point at in this game, so, yeah. Right, we're checking the war table, because people are now free. I'm still unsure what to do. I'm still unsure what to do between these two. We can go and decide with the Templars, or we can side with the Magi.
You were saying something about Cullen?
Yes. Haven has limited space for our soldiers to train. Perhaps we could set up something over here.
So he's like motioning somewhere on the map. Gather coin, or if it bore fruit, a portion of the profits will be passed on to you. Use it wisely, Herald. So, I'm thinking. Actually, wasn't Liliana? Didn't Liliana do something? Oh no. I was correct. Spreading word that the Inquisition was allied to the Grey Wardens meant messages of support poured in. With the treaties in hand, we've managed to secure new recruits and donations of both gold and equipment. The commander will make good use of them. Josephine. A little bit of gold and some griffin robes. Which are probably useful for Solus or Vivienne. Right. We will have to make a decision between the Templars or the Magi. I'm not sure if it's make the decision first or make a decision about which one to do first, or make a decision and that's it. Oh, note: choosing the mages, or making it possible to work with the Templars. Okay, that answers things. Recommended levels 4 to 7. I'll quickly check what I've got. Redcliffe Castle and the mages who could close the breach are under the control of Magister Garion Alexius, a Venatori cultist with an unhealthy interest in Trevelyan and the power to reorder time itself. He has kindly invited us to the castle alone to negotiate. Admiral Akbar. It's an obvious trap, indeed. But Liliana and her agents can infiltrate the castle and remove the Venatori threat while Alexius's attention is diverted. A dangerous game, but it's our best chance. Now, the other option is over here with the Templars. Liliana and Josephine have been working tirelessly to convince, coerce, and win over some of Orlay's most influential houses. 10 noble families will help the Inquisition pressure the Templars into sealing the breach, travelling to Therenfell Redoubt and demanding the Lord Seeker deal with them or face the wrath of Orlay. The Inquisition has promised the Herald of Andraste as its voice in these negotiations. Right. Now, my thought, and I'm not going to do this straight away, I'm going to faff around for a bit. I'll check my level as well. But my thought is, between the two, the mages want to help us. Fiona came to us to talk to us, wanted to invite us, and this whole time thing has messed with it. Using the rifts and the breach and the rifts and to kind of mess with time doesn't seem like it's going to end well, and we need to stop him. And the Chantry isn't opposed to mages. It's says it's pretty much opposed to the Magisterium. Magic is made for man, not to rule over him, or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Made to serve man, not to rule over him. So, having a massive Tevinter force down here is not good. They don't feel too happy that he's there. So I think we're going to end up going with the Magi out of the two. As I said, we're not going to make that decision at the moment. Those are my thoughts. The Templars can most likely survive on their own. Oh! It's not... Oh, it's unique light armor. Oh, and it's mage only anyway. Mr. Solus, how would you like these? You would. Good. That hat looks so silly on you. So silly! Then again, that's why we don't actually wear them. I need to find Mr. Blackwall. Because I actually checked over my footage. I occasionally do this. I checked over my footage, and I don't think we spoke to Mr. Blackwall, so I need to find him. But as I was saying, yes, so the Magi versus Templar discussion. The Templars didn't really want anything to do with this. That's partially it. So, Sarah. Ooh! Blackwall's over there. Right, okay. They didn't want anything to do with this and they walked by. But Fiona came to us asking for our help. The Magisterium having this amount of power with time and space and stuff is not good. We need to... Oh, you're out there. I think we need to stop that. I think that's going to be our choice of the two. We're going to side to the Magi, which is weird because unless you're playing as someone who just outright sides with the Templars, why would you go with the Templars? Because the Magisterium to Vinter is a massive threat. Unless you're being deliberately contrarian. Right, where are you? Ah, there you are. Now, I was thinking about this. I think about things a lot. Now that I don't have my exams, even when I had my exams, and now I don't actually have exams and stuff, I think about these things. Why is Blackwall? Because I think Liliana said all the Grey Wardens were gone, apart from Mr. Blackwall. So what's different about you, Mr. Blackwall? What's different, eh?
Make a look at it. So much easier to ignore when it's far away. And to actually walk out of it. To be that close.
You could get closer.
It's right there. We could take a trip, if you're that curious.
I'm gonna have to decline. At least until I learn more.
Oh, I was hoping for more
The
sarcasm.
breach, the Divine's death, the Wardens. It doesn't make sense. There's so much we don't know.
Is it we already? No, your help. I'm not gonna. Yeah, like, is it we already? No, your help will be invaluable.
Your experience with the Wardens will certainly be useful.
Mostly the treaties, I expect. Old parchments you're welcome to.
Oops, already used
What
them.
about you? How do you fit into all this?
Some worship me like I like that. No. I want peace.
I just want to help stop the war. Try to put things back in order.
A worthy goal, one I'm happy to support. For me, I'll be satisfied so long as we find the bastards that killed the Divine. They owe us some answers.
Okay, thank you, brain. Another reason to go for the mages. I remember, I think I quipped about this, I can't remember, but the guy who thingamied. Oh, an eye. The guy who killed the Divine with the little kind of face thing and the spikes off the side looked somewhat like Corypheus from Dragon Age 2's rival, Legacy. That's the one. And so he's a Magister. Ooh, maybe these guys are working for him. Okay. Oh, but you don't know him! Curses! Curses! Oh well. It gives me another player reason to go for him. Right, Blackwall, do you have more dialogue?
I've heard rumors of abandoned warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything we can salvage.
Okie dokie. Alright, thoughts on the Inquisition? Oh, tell me about the wardens.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
The wardens? I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
Okay. Why are you well, where have the wardens gone?
So you have no idea where the rest of the Wardens are?
You find that odd? The Blight is over. We don't need an organized force. And orders don't change much from day to day. For the last 1,000 years or so, it's been just find Darkspawn, kill them, repeat as necessary.
But they stay at Weishaupt Fortress. Why is that not a thing? Weishaupt Fortress. It's kind of the headquarters. Oh, okay, well, why are you traveling alone? Admittedly, I'm not sure. These are questions that Alec probably would ask, but of course, like, we know Duncan travelled alone a lot. From what we saw in Origins. Like, when he was recruiting people.
You haven't had contact with other Wardens for a while. Why were you on your own?
That's what I've always done. Recruitment only requires one man. Besides, I've always been a loner. Works best for everyone that way.
So he seems to be the only one not affected. So, because, I mean, from what, like, Liliana was saying, is there's no Grey Wardens, they're all missing. Which posits 3 questions. 3 possibilities. Really. Either they were all in one place apart from him, spell kind of thingy, they were all affected. He wasn't, because he wasn't there. Secondly, it's based on something's happening with the Darkspawn taint. See, I told you I think about things a lot. Now that means if the Darkspawn taint is what's being affected, that leaves 2 options. So these are the other 2 options. Either he's a Grey Warden in name, but hasn't gone through the joining ritual. Or, thirdly, not a Grey Warden. 3 possibilities. So, that's going to be interesting to see what it is. Because it's, like, he's the only one. He's the, from what I remember Liliana saying. So, this is based on my somewhat faulty memory. By the way, if you can hear very loud birds, I have a window open because otherwise I'd melt in this weather, and so occasionally you might be hearing the odd bird or whatever other kind of noises come from there. So there might be some dogs actually, because my window is aimed at a park, a rather delightful park. We occasionally get owls, very nice. So yes, based on my memory, which may be incorrect. But if he's the only warden that we can find, what is that based on? Because you can't... I don't think there's any kind of test for Grey Wardens. So what's it based on? He's telling people he's a Grey Warden. And what has he said about Grey Wardens? They're an inspiration. Ooh. Okay, so there is one test, is we'll have him kill an archdemon, and then he'll die. And then we'll know he's a Grey Warden, and we can use him, apart from the fact he's dead. But, yeah. So, yeah. Okay. We'll give him a go. We'll try him out. What do Grey Wardens do? Kill Darkspawn.
Been over for 10 years. What do Wardens do when the world's not ending?
There is still Darkspawn. Just because we killed so many in Ferelden doesn't mean they're gone. And the world is not so peaceful that there's no use for good men with swords. Sometimes you have to figure out for yourself what the pledge to protect others really means. It's not always about just archdemons and blights.
I like you. Oh, what was your role in the Blight? Ah, Cursor.
Where were you during the Blight?
I was in Ferelden, on my own, like always. Quietly killed my fair share of Darkspawn too.
But there weren't any other Grey Wardens in Ferelden during the Blight. That was the whole point of the game. And you would have been hunted down by Lagain and the like, even if you weren't at the fight. Hmm.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
Admittedly... Oh my... Oh, right. Oh, artifacts. Cool. Admittedly, poor Alec doesn't know this. He doesn't know what's going on. I think he's probably going to I mean, this is Liliana's intel, which I think is faulty. Why do I think... can I really kind of say that Liliana's intel is faulty? I feel bad for suggesting it. Memories of the Great. Emprise du Lion. We can go back to the hinterlands. No, let's go and have a look. We can have a look on the map actually. Maybe. The hinterlands. Homeland security, trouble with wolves. Failure to deliver, rifts on the farm. I'm looking for these. Do I know where these are? Apostates. Could you give me more than this, sir? Ah, Memories of the Great there. And one over there, okay. So actually we can get that one quite easily. And then we want to head over here, which will probably require us to go around this way. Yeah, okay, we're going to go to the hinterlands and find these artifacts. See what that entails. And we're going to take... No. We're going to take... I'm sorry, Cassandra, please don't hurt me. I'm going to give Blackwall a try out. Let's go with the B team. I'm sorry. They basically are. They're not my normal team. Poor Ironball. What's he on the C team? Well, given the size of him and his strength, his mercenaries probably could be the C team on their own. Yeah, this is my not usual team. But let's give them a go. Let's see what happens. What could possibly go wrong? ... Everything. ... I don't have much on Warden Blackwall. We know he became Constable of the Grey in Val Chevan after Warden Constable Fontaine assumed the position of Commander of the Grey from her predecessor. He also bears the Silverite Wings of Valor, an honour bestowed upon Elysian Wand. Okay. What? The uses of the act for which he got them are sketchy. Grey Wardens hide their secrets well. Oh no, there's a thing at the bottom. Oh, those questions. Like, I think... So he was a Grey Warden. Maybe... We need to find Anders. Like, I can't believe I'm saying that. Because Anders wouldn't be welcome back at any kind of major meeting. So if Anders is still around somewhere...
Nothing to report, sir.
Thank you. If Anders is still around somewhere... Oh my goodness, how badly equipped are you, Blackwall? We need to fix this. I should probably actually get some weapons. I did not mean to do this at all. Right. The Ancestral Blade of Lead. You can have that. Wait, isn't he an old lead? I don't know. So he actually has stuff that marks him as a warden then. Okay, so he's not... I still think he is. Oh, that's only usable while, like, anyway. Okay, so you haven't got any better armor for you. I'm sorry. Unless I give you some medium armor, which isn't that bad. Lose some health. Does this give health? No. Oh, that's the bonus constitution. So we'll leave you with that, I think. Do I have a, oh, do I have a better shield, actually? No, alas. But, you're a shieldy McShieldton. Shield wall. Lose health. Can't be flanked by enemies. It's probably useful. Shield bash. Did I just lose all these? Apply those. Let's get over here. Vanguard. Oh, I want these, don't I? Give you the guard stuff. There we go. I think.